Welcome Diecast fans, it's time for another DSPN report. I'm Tom Spanners Watson.
And I'm Frank the Guru Gibbs.
Tonight we've got upcoming events, drag racing, street racing, tournament updates, and there's quite a few there, rallying, Frank's Garage, grassroots racing, and of course Crash of the Week this week. And there's a couple of good ones in there, so make sure you stick around for that.
And we also want to mention the Diecast Racing Report magazine about to launch June 15th, put out by Kit Cam. Keep an eye out for that one.
First up, upcoming events this month. We've got Charger Summer starting soon, June 13th, and the Redline Derby Racing League double feature starting on June 20th. Gaslands race at D64 on June 20th, and Jackson Pass Speedway is starting their Battle of the Centuries race. Make sure you jump over to their channel and check it out. If you're wanting to get your races featured, make sure you head over to redlinederby.com. There's a racing calendar. That's how we find out about a lot of these.
Alright, first up we've got drag racing, and a new one to this channel is Mr. Mom's Racing. These guys have been around a long time and they've got an epic setup and just some fantastic camera work. I mean, this chase cam is brilliant. Haven't seen it on any other channel, and it just adds to the speed of these things.
Not to mention that track is absolutely monster long. So fantastic channel, go and check them out. Then we missed last week, the Redline Derby Racing Nationals for the 55 and 57 Chevy. So that's my bad on that one. But some of the top modified builders in the country racing on a drag strip. Definitely want to go over and check that out. It's on the League of Speed's channel. There'll be a link in the description. League of Speed also does a lot of work around how to modify cars, find the right wheels, that sort of thing. So check him out. And then Lamchops World. These guys do live diecast drag racing. It's unlike anything else I've seen. Flat track, worked from a launcher, and this particular live stream from this week goes for over an hour. Fantastic racing, go and check it out, a lot of fun. Moving into street racing, we've got another new channel to us this week, and this is Indonesia Diecast Racing. We came across this one and thought it was fantastic. These guys have built an epic hand-built track, and there is just some awesome racing on it and some amazing crashes, as you always tend to get with fat track. Case in point, check out this one. The Chevelle just getting wild here. I have no idea how it managed to stay on the track, and then the Corvette sliding down into it and nailing it into the high bank corner, and they both managed to carry on.
That is just ridiculous. I don't know how they managed it. And then here again, the Chevelle just getting loose on this corner. Almost gets flipped right out of the track, but manages to hold on.
Again, there'll be a link in the description. Make sure you go and check them out, and if it's your sort of thing, make sure you follow them. Moving into the tournaments, as we mentioned, there's quite a few to get through tonight. So just looking at some of the highlights, Mike over at RTR Diecast Racing League continues the Mustang Mania tournament on Mays Mountain Motor Speedway. Some good racing this week, and a near tragedy when one of the cars went wide into a tree. But as always, some very tight races on this course. Around that last corner, heading up to the finish line there, cars just spinning out and getting overtaken. And here you see, I think it was Galactic Gangster sliding into a tree there. It's going wide, getting pushed into it. And of course our own Chevy Showdown carried on with more epic crashes. Josh Pulford this week just was mental. I think he finished every single lap on his roof.
Not to mention he almost killed that spectator there.
That's right, he got very wild there going off track at KM Corner, and then the El Camino's Jim Leichenring, or as we like to call him, Lightning Jim, absolutely trounced the field and just pulled out some beautiful overtaking maneuvers like this one here. Coming over the jump, accelerates hard into Kahuna Corner and slides right past Steve Nicely to take the lead on the first lap, and he never looked back. Tune Tracks Racing continued their Diecast League races. So we did very, very well last week, with Stevenson taking a clean sweep. This week it was a very close battle with Captain America Charger and Dodge Viper. They were just trading places, and it was very, very close. Another new channel to us this week, but has been around for a while, is Sub 4RA. And this stock car race is mental. These guys are fast, and just, if you check out this first corner here, this guy somehow doesn't even make it to the corner, flips himself off the track before he even hits the first corner. Absolutely crazy. Lots of excitement on this track. Go and check it out, and we've got a crash of the week from these guys because it was absolutely insane. Make sure you stick around to the end to watch that. Another new channel, War on I-4. This guy does some fantastic races and tends to run mostly 1/43rd scale.
Yeah, that's quite unusual. Most people are doing a 1/64th, but the 1/43s make it really interesting. This time round though, he's doing the Diecast Open Wheel series. Go and have a look at that.
Moving over to rally news, nothing from 3D Botmaker yet, so we know that the DRC is starting up soon. Really looking forward to that one. But of course, DRC racing are away again. This race here with the Escort, it's only the second car so far that I've seen pull into this parking area here. Can't really see it on this angle. He goes wide and ends up on his roof by the crane, but you see there, he just swerves wildly. Great racing, go and check them out. Next week, they've got the Corvette versus the Porsche. Should be an interesting race. That Corvette was a bit mental last time.
Now, for Frank's Corner this week, we're doing something a bit different. We looked last week at the photos of this track, and we've actually managed to score some video of it. This is an awesome little modular track that can be changed around at whim, and you can see it's just really cool. An open road course, and it's got lots of different angles. You can change the direction of the course and change the whole layout. It's very, very cool. Keep an eye out for that one coming up.
Moving into grassroots racing. So these are the new guys, either to Diecast Racing or to us at least. So Peter B Vids here, 4-lane wide drag racing. Now the really cool thing is he's always looking for drivers. So if you head over to Peter B's channel and on Facebook, check him out and put your name down to be a driver.
We've talked a few times about you don't need a lot of space to build a track. A lot of people hold out waiting for the right space. These guys here have done a brilliant job with a very small space and still make it exciting. You can see these two trucks here heading down, and even though this is only one corner, you still end up with one truck on its roof. I mean, look at that. That's awesome.
Then we've got Rocky Mountain Diecast League. So this is another wide or fat track, and it is huge. He's got a corkscrew corner coming out of the start straight, and then another couple of corners, and then heading around into a loop at the end, which there you see, throwing cars back onto the track. And then finally we've got Indiana Diecast Racing. So this is another large scale fat track, and as you head into this second to last corner here, that's an Evo ending up on its roof and sliding almost halfway down the track just on its roof. But great track, awesome races. Make sure you go over and check them out. Again, we'll have the links to all of these channels in the description. Please make sure you go and check them out, and if you enjoy what they're doing, make sure to subscribe and like their videos. Now, crash of the week. This is our favourite.
Absolutely, mate. And this week we had to have two.
We mentioned before, Josh Polfer just had a shocking race over at the Canyon, and this one, boom, he just slams into the side and then under Mark D. See it from jump cam here. He goes incredibly wide, the sign pulls him back onto the track, and then he just gets nailed by Mark D as he comes down.
And then here, sub 4RA, this is just heartbreaking. Look how close he gets. He slides all the way out of that last corner and still doesn't make it across the finish line. It's ridiculous.
Here's another angle. Coming at full speed. You see how fast he approached that finish line and still couldn't get across.
Yeah, let's have a look at the replay here in slow-mo. He almost goes out of the track, slides down, and he's millimetres away from finishing. And you think, oh, that's all right, these cars will knock him over. But the way he's rocking, he just gets pushed out the way. It's ridiculous.
That would have just been heartbreaking, and he still can't finish. Alright, that'll do us for this week. We hope you've enjoyed the wrap-up. Make sure you head over to those channels, check them out, and if you like what they're doing, make sure you subscribe. And if you're hungry for more diecast information, make sure you head over to redlinederby.com. It is the best online resource for all of your diecast needs. That's it for this week. I'm Tom Spanners Watson. He's Frank the Guru Gibbs. We will see you next time. What was with all that noise tonight in the background?
Oh, that's the new intern, Sharon.
I didn't realise we had an intern position for angry typist.
And of course, Track Kitty wanted to help out with commentating as well.